Carlos Sainz signed off in style for his Bahrain testing, topping the timesheets on day 2 at the Bahrain International Circuit. With a final full day at the wheel before handing the Williams over to Alex Albon for day 3, Sainz set the headline, time of a 1:29.348 on a day where he clocked up 127 laps, while Ferrari completed the top 3, Lewis Hamilton marginally up on Charles Leclerc. After Hamilton set the pace on the morning of day 2, there was plenty of driver changes for part 2 of the running. Hamilton handed the Ferrari SF25 over to Leclerc. McLaren swapped Oscar Piastri for Lando Norris. Kimi Antonelli took over from George Russell in the Mercedes W16. Lance Stroll was in at Aston Martin for Fernando Alonso. Jack Doohan tagged in at Alpine. Oliver Behrman at Haas. Isaac Hadjar at Racing Bulls, and Gabriel Bortoleto was in at Sauber. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz was doing the full day at Williams. The same true for Liam Lawson, who had time to make up at the wheel of the Red Bull RB21 after being restricted to just 28 morning laps due to an engine pressure issue. And it was eyes to the sky as the light went green, a 60% chance of rain confirmed at an unusually chilly Bahrain International Circuit. The drops would begin to fall, with the floodlights required at only 1500 local time, a big lockup for Antonelli at turn 1, sending him wide, was a sign of the tricky conditions, but it was no bother for Carlos Sainz, who sent himself top of the leaderboard with a 1:29.366, 0.013s up on Hamilton. However, it was a case of don't speak too soon for Sainz, who soon got himself in a spin down at turn 1. No harm done as he righted the Williams FW47 and set back off on his way. Leclerc, meanwhile, was working his way up the order, rising to P3 and with potential to go faster armed with his C4 Pirelli tires, before in the final sector he found Hadjar in the V-Carb 02, who, doing his own program, was not required to get out of Leclerc's way as drops of rain returned. With Leclerc spinning at the final corner and coasting into the pit lane, it seemed the conditions were becoming dicey. There was a track temperature of just 16.9 C and air 15 C out there.